The dream lap continues as we explore the South Australian rugged coast in the winter. We're on the Eyre Peninsula heading southeast towards Coffin Bay National Park, where we'll attempt the 6-hour 4x4 track out to Point Sir Isaac.
So steep, what the hell?
We're going to be buggered when the high tide hits. So here's the issue, because this could get pretty crazy.
But one lapse in concentration leaves us trapped and stranded on a tidal salt flat, and to make matters worse, it's a rising king tide.
Everything up royally.
After 4 years, this is probably our biggest F-up ever.
A bit sad leaving Leroy on the side of a track. I never thought I'd have to abandon my vehicle.
G'day guys. This morning we're out at Coffin Bay National Park and we're doing the Coffin track. We're going right out to Point Sir Isaac. What?
Oh. It's all part of the process of making videos, and some days you just literally can't get your words out. But anyway, what Sarah's trying to say is that we're in the home of the oyster, the home of the aphrodisiac, and that is Coffin Bay. And we are heading out to Point Sir Isaac, a 4x4 track that takes a couple hours of bush bashing. But what we didn't know at the time was that we had already made a rookie mistake. And let me tell you, the consequences destroys hundreds of vehicles every single year.
That's so cute.
Rightio, so a fun fact about emus that you may or may not been aware about is that the mum actually has the chicks, obviously, and then buggers off, and the dad is actually the one that looks after them. And the mum goes out and goes off on her own and has the potential to go breed with other males, which is pretty crazy. And the male looks after obviously the chicks until they're big enough. So he'll probably have them for a few more months, and then before they're fully grown, and then they bugger off. But it's pretty cool how they work, because a lot of the times the female that obviously has the eggs will look after the babies, but for emus, the females bugger off. So
Don't penguins do that as well?
well, penguins mate for life.
But the dad looks after the babies.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not many birds that actually do that, which is pretty cool. We're going to be buggered when the high tide hits.
Yeah.
We're going to be screwed. So here's the issue, is the tide. So right now it's 11:30. So we're looking at like a 0.8 tide-ish, and high tide's not till 3. So if you look at the track here, the beach, that doesn't give us a lot to play with here, before we start getting, flooded in. So we might have to either send it along this beach quickly, get through this before high tide, and then, because this could get pretty crazy if we don't. So that's the track there. It's all the way along the beach. So we'll have a quick crack, but if the water's too high already, then we either have to turn around and bail on this whole idea, which sucks. But
We need to start being more organised.
prior preparation prevents piss poor performance or something like that. But anyway,
5 Ps.
let's have a crack. Have a go at these little birds. So these are a oyster catcher, and these are a pied oyster catcher. Now you'll always see 2 of them, and that's because they mate for life. So these 2 here will be together until they die. And that's why it's very important that you look after these birds and don't run them over, because they sit in the wheel tracks like plovers. Because once you kill them, the bird's going to be broken hearted, and it's going to lose its soulmate.
That is so steep, what the hell?
So the unthinkable has happened, and we have run out of beach, and it's nowhere near high tide. So
Yeah,
as
turn around.
As you can see, the sand dune that's like blown onto the beach track, you can't go over the dunes here, you're not allowed. So, and it sucks because we can't get out to Point Sir Isaac, and that's literally why we came to Coffin Bay, but shit happens.
No, we came to Coffin Bay for oysters. So.
Oh yeah, true, it's just for the oysters, but as you can see, it's pretty beautiful, and it just sucks we can't keep going further, but we're pretty much only 30 minutes from the tip of a 3-hour drive, so we're almost there, which is heartbreaking, but it is what it is. And I wouldn't recommend coming out here on anything higher than a 1 metre tide. Be stuffed, you wouldn't be able to get around this dune system. So anyway, let's jump back in the car and quickly pull our asses straight off this beach. That's a bloody emu on the beach, if I've ever seen one.
With about 20 minutes to spare, we made it off this 10-kilometre stretch of the beach. We still were 2 hours away from camp, and it was a 4x4 track that separated us from our caravan. We honestly thought that we were all in the clear, and we had no idea how wrong we were.
We're safely back on the main track, and we're going to go try and find ourselves a nice little fishing spot, have some lunch. It's a shame that we couldn't get right up to the point, but I mean, we just need to do a little bit better preparation next time.
I don't think we could have anyway today, because that tide was like the time we got to that sand dune, we were well too late. Ooh. If that makes sense. So like we could have been 2 hours before and we still wouldn't have made it around that sand dune. It's literally all the way into the water. So
but hey, there's like so many nice spots around here, so it's gonna be fine. We can find a really nice spot to go.
Still a beautiful place to explore and spend the day. So little baby one. Look at that. He kicked like a bronco, eh? Like when he hit it hard, but too bad he's like 50 mil too small. Mate, settle down, I don't want you. They're such delicate little creatures, I don't want to strangle him, but so he's a proper pup, this one.
Oh shit, oh Keelan, oh no, little crumb sausage. Back he goes.
So we're not chasing these emus, they're just on the track and we're just leisurely moping behind them until they either move off the track or they sprint. Now, see, they're running now. They're not the smartest animal in the world. Oh look, they found off the track. That's awesome. Sometimes you'll follow them for kilometres at a time and they just won't get off the track. They're not very smart, but they are a beautiful bird.
There's so many around, there they are.
As we were getting towards the end of the track, we ran into our worst case situation. Now, the insane announcement, guys, iTech World are having an up to 85% off end of financial year sale, but it doesn't stop there. If you remember our code SKT, that's going to save you an extra 5% off. Plus, they're offering free shipping. But like I said, you gotta use the code SKT to get that up to 90% off. And it's on everything from lithium batteries, solar, you bloody name it, chargers, generators. They're even selling fridges now. To give you an idea on the savings, the 120X lithium battery over the years has been valued at just under $1,000. For this month, you're gonna pick it up for around 470 odd bucks. Plus free shipping. To tell your friends and family about this one, guys, but don't forget to use the code SKT and put that hard-earned cash back in your pocket. As we were getting towards the end of the track, we ran into our worst case situation. Now, the road in front of us started to flood. Now, these are tidal mud flats, so this is salt water, and as we were assessing the puddle that was in front of us that was trapping us, the one behind us started filling up as well. And within 15 minutes, we were trapped. These were king tides. That's as big as these tides get in this region. And these puddles were filling up faster than a sumo wrestler at a sushi restaurant.
Radio, so here's the situation. We just quickly turned around when we got to that roadblock. Just that 10-15 minutes that we waited at that spot, about 100 meters that way, there's a little water crossing. This one's filled up. And now this one's about 400 mil deep, which is probably just up to our chassis. So it's not worth it for us. Like we're just going to wait here for a few hours, I think, with the car and just, not risk it. We don't get our cars salty for anything, but look how quickly this is filling up. So if you're coming out to Coffin Bay, especially the Coffin track, have a look at the flow rate on that. I've seen camels piss less than that. And yeah, that is absolutely chuffing in right now. So that's not worth it. And it's like a bit of a hole, so it is pretty deep. So it's not worth it for us. We're just going to wait here for a few hours. But our day's not turning out quite the way we thought it was. This is called everything up royally. That is a seriously deep hole, full of salt water. And that is where we are parked. Put a couple sticks in so we know where the tide is. And the waiting game has started. Only 4 hours left until I think we can get through it. So we've decided that we're just gonna hike back to camp about 500 meters and just leave the car here. It's up plenty high enough, like the tide's pretty much at its fullest soon, but I don't think we'll be able to pass for a few hours, so we may as well just leave it here. It's well off the track, and I'm not worried about it getting flooded where it is, so we'll walk back to the caravan. I might as well wait it out there. A bit sad leaving Leroy on the side of a track. I never thought I'd have to abandon my vehicle. My pride and joy, but anyway, here it is. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
Radio, silver lining, and I thought I'd add some education into this stupid situation we're in. So, we don't need rescuing, but if you're ever out on the tracks and you do need rescuing, you should never leave your vehicle to walk and find help. Vehicles are very easy to spot from the sky, people are not, but for us, we left a note on our dash saying we are waiting for the tide and we walked back to the caravan under 1 kilometre away. The note probably went unread because the car was trapped, you couldn't get in or out, but it was good to leave it there anyway. But like I said, never leave your vehicle in a rescue situation.
Oh, for 4 years, this is probably our biggest F-up ever.
No, it's not. Drowning the Prado was the biggest F-up.
It's always us and water.
So essentially, if this was a sketchy area, like where you wouldn't want to leave your car, we wouldn't have done that. But because we're in Coffin Bay, South Australia, nothing bad goes on here. So it's not like we're going to touch some wood. Where is some wood? Well, I'm just walking back to get the car now, and the water's subsided quite substantially actually. And there she is, sitting pretty and dry. Now the water came right up to, all the way up to around about here, I think. And I actually didn't park that far away considering.
So 5-ish hours later, after the high tide mark, I was about to drive the car back when I hear a car coming down the track. And I don't think this vehicle realised that these were salt holes. And yeah, this shows you how deep the hole is even on almost low tide. Given that we abandoned the car at high tide, there was no chance I was going to drive through salt water twice as deep as this. You can see how much salt went on this 80 series. This poor car.
When you think about it, it's not actually that bad because we just park it here. And if we were in danger of losing the vehicle, we would just drive through the salt water.
Okay, Keelan's just messaged me and he said the water is still so high, so I don't think he's going to be back for a while, but we're having super simple dinner tonight. We thought we'd be out all day, which technically we have ended up being out all day. So we're just going to do some stuff on the barbecue. I've made like a little random salad with the rest of that whipped feta we had the other night. And then we're just gonna have chicken, and I've got so we got the signature bribe, and then we also got a peri-peri one. So we're gonna try that on each of these, and then we got some potatoes, which we're gonna do smashed potatoes with. So it should be pretty good.
We'll get it home. What a schmozzle. I can't believe I ballsed it up that bad today with no preparation, no planning. We just winged it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So that's travelling for you. But let's rip back, and what we're having for dinner is going to make up for our schmozzle today. It's going to be absolutely sick.
So much oil.
See up there.
So we're just putting the chicken on the barbecue. We actually don't really cook chicken.
we never cooked the chicken.
On the barbecue much, but oh.
You're right. You're making it look hard.
Yeah, I know. There we go. All done.
Rightio, we're at Yanji Bay. The churbs are burping, and the chicken is sizzling. And this place here is $21.60 a night. It's in the National Park in Coffin Bay, and it's got long drops, stunning views of the inlet here, and that is salt water. We just watched an 80 series rip through that water. I don't think he realised it was salt. And check out that view, and there's not a drop of wind. There's not a breath of wind, I should say. Crack a spot, Yanji Bay. Definitely get down here. In terms of fails, today was well up there with fails.
Let's hope dinner wasn't a fail.
And we have done a fair bit of travelling.
Yeah.
And we rate today as one of our biggest rookie errors of not checking the tides,
100%.
Especially because we've been here before.
Yeah, but last time we were here, we were with Amy and John, Bonnie and Isaac, and they did all of the planning, and we literally just tagged along.
Yeah, we were just the plus ones. But let me tell you, I'm looking forward to this dinner.
Yeah.
And let me reveal the dinner now. Sarah didn't really know how to do this. She's never done it before. Damn, girl, that's some chicken. I think she has done so freaking well. Look at this.
Tried to do smashed potatoes. I think you need some more potatoes.
And we're like real amateur cooks, so well, I'll speak for myself, but
yeah, you speak for yourself.
yeah.
Chicken.
Did you overcook it, or did we overcook it?
Oh yeah, she's tough.
Is it tough as? Oh fuck. You know what? The flavours are there, but it's just a bit tough.
It's a good chin workout.
It's tougher than 10 men, this chicken.
Let's just find the chicken, maybe it's just Coffin Bay chicken.
Yeah, chicken in Coffin Bay is no good, guys. Don't buy it. Hey, hombre, you want to leave?
Huge announcement, guys. We're going to be at the Brisbane Let's Go Caravan and Camping Super Show from the 6th to the 8th of June. We're going to have our SKT designed caravan on display there for you guys to see.
We'll be showing that off for the very first time. We're going to be unveiling it. Plus, Friday and Saturday at 1 p.m, I'm going to be doing a live presentation / walkthrough, which is going to be
killing a microphone.
which is dangerous. It's going to be chaotic, uncensored, and maybe inappropriate. So make sure you come down at 1 p.m.
Keep your cameras away.
Yeah, don't bring your cameras, but we cannot wait to show you this brand new SKT design caravan behind us here. Plus, we're going to have all our merch down there. So
If we're not out in front of our new caravan, we'll be down at the iTech World stand on Saturday and Sunday at 2:30 to 3:30 p.m.
We're going to have our hats, shirts. We've actually made a new SKT hoodie for you guys, and then some stickers and patches. So yeah, it should be a good time.
So if you want to support us more, it's all going to be down there, guys. But we cannot wait to see you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Brisbane Let's Go Caravan and Camping Super Show. Be there or be square.
Alright, so we've hooked up the caravan this morning and we're going to go for a little tour around the national park. It's a sunny, blue, beautiful day.
So the funny thing is that the winter sunshine is similar to the summer rain. It's just as beautiful. And you've got to have contrast in your life, guys. And I know we have been delayed on this dream lap. We are heading into shoulder season, if not the wrong season, being South Australia and the South Coast just in general. But we've had the endless summer for the last 3 years. We've chased the sun. We haven't had any rain. So you need contrast in your life because you don't realise how good you've got it.
The places that we're showing you look amazing in winter, then just imagine what they're going to look like if you're here in summer.
Oh my God, look at this. What I'm getting at with the contrast in your life is that if you have ice cream for dessert every single night, ice cream doesn't become special anymore. So that's my little bit of philosophy. So to get sunshine is an absolute treat right now, and every day is a blessing. So we're taking that mentality in. We know we're late to season, but we're gonna make the most of it. Check this out. This looks insane. There's this wave. I can literally surf right here. I don't even know if it's a wave, but there's a proper little peeler coming through. Wait for this big set out the back. This is like a proper little A-frame peak right here. Rightio, we spotted this little peak. I don't even know if it's a real wave. There's no one out, but it's pretty close to shore. So I'm gonna chance it with the big taxman, but it looks pretty shallow. So fingers crossed, have no issues out there, but it's a pumping little peak. And whoa, look at this one. I'm out there. See you later.
Next week on the Dream Lap, we show you guys the most underrated spot on the South Australian coast. We get the boat off the roof. New kit, check this out. And I absolutely crap myself trying to teach Sarah how to drive in the sand dunes.
We want to stay as straight as possible to the top. The faster you go on things, sometimes the safer it is. Keep it straight, keep it straight. No, turn that way.